Camden Arts and Sciences, Dr. Walt McDonald.
4.0, wow. I wasn't there. I wish I was. Congratulations. All I can say is, wow, good evening. I feel like I'm home again. It's astounding how Rutgers Camden has changed. It's been 41 years. Let me say one quick thing before I commence my commencement. And I just want to say, congratulations. Class of 2015, you did it. You really ought to be proud. Really. Do you really need to hear anything else today, other than your name being called when you come up here and get your diploma? Really? Do you need anything else? No. No. So sorry, you have my apology in advance. But commencement speeches like the one you're about to endure are rituals of continuity. Besides, there's nothing you can do about it. You're a captive audience. But I will tell you, you don't have to take notes. And I am the one person who will guarantee that you don't have to take a test before you leave here, okay? All right? On the other hand, I do have a pretty good idea of what you're experiencing. That's because not long ago, at least in geologic time, I was in your place 41 years ago when I earned my degree in biology from this same great university. I came from a family that didn't have a lot of money. My father had passed away. I was living with my brother and then later my mother. I started working construction after high school. And just through incredible chain of events, really good fortune, I found Rutgers Camden. Graduation day was a very proud day for me. It was a very proud day for my family. I know you should be very proud, and I know your family is very proud. You just stood up and gave them a round of applause. You got to continue to do that, because without your family, without your friends, you won't get anywhere in life and you wouldn't be here today. Commencement speakers sometimes come through with nuggets of, really timeless wisdom. I'm going to try and get a few of those today, but you'll be the judge. In 1963, President Kennedy, in a commencement speech, told the world that although humankind was hurtling towards self-destruction, we weren't doomed to self-destruction. He said that because we make our own problems, we can solve our own problems, and he was right. In 2005, Steve Jobs advised graduates that because work would take up the better part of their life, you want to get a job that you love to do. And don't stop looking till you get a job that you love to do, which is very true. And let's not forget that other great American, Kermit the Frog, who opines to the 1996 graduating class of Southampton College of Long Island University that we should all feel proud of ourselves and just a little bit silly. I would say that being a little bit silly is actually a pretty good approach for what you're guaranteed to encounter in your lives. Take it from someone who's gone through a lot of things. It's a lot easier to deal with hardships and setbacks with a spoonful of silliness and a curtain of gloom. And ditto for your achievements and successes. Nobody likes a serious winner. If you can't be very silly some of the times, then you're being way too serious all the time. The world has changed a lot since President Kennedy and Steve Jobs and Kermit gave their famous speeches. For one thing, there was no live tweeting of the quality of the commencement speeches that were going on. I know none of you right down there, put those phones away right now, okay? Come on. But as they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Commencement speeches are still mostly about some older person or an old guy like me telling a bunch of young millennials how to live a good life. We get to do this because age, of course, confers wisdom. So as it happens, I do have the secret of a good life. And I will tell it to you. It's this. Above all, above everything else, you must. Let me get back to that in a second. Timing is everything. I would like to offer you a bit of counterintuitive career advice first. Some of you will be going on to graduate school. Right? Some of you will be going on to the workforce. And some of you haven't a clue. Very possibly, most of you don't have a clue.
Yeah.
I'd ask for a show of hands because your parents are here and your family's in the audience. I'm not going to do that because this should be a happy day for them. Sooner or later, though, you'll more than likely end up in the workforce, and your parents will be so relieved. When you enter that confusing, maddening, exasperating, rewarding jungle, be an adventurer, be an explorer. Be someone who is open to different opinions, different places, different perspectives. Being an explorer means not settling into one track, or one job, or one division or department, at one company, with one set of responsibilities from now until you retire. That's important because probably by the time you're ready to retire, the retirement age is going to be about 113. So you better get a job in something that you love to do. Now that doesn't mean changing careers every year. It might not even mean changing companies, employers every year, or ever. Plenty of organizations are big enough or small enough to offer a rich variety of things to do every day. The worst thing, what you want to do is do some of this, do some of that, and do some other things. The worst thing that can happen is that you're going to become an expert in a lot of things. And a lot of people will ask you for advice and your insight. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I did. I started at ETS in 1984, and I've been there ever since. It's a big enough place with enough moving parts that I can basically change jobs every few years. And I did. I started out creating the new AP Biology curriculum and exam, and over the years I worked in just about every division in the organization, higher ed, R&D, test development, college board programs, teacher licensure, and I ran testing programs like the Advanced Placement Program, the SATs, GRE, TOEFL, Praxis, and others. I never got bored. ETS is a not-for-profit organization that only exists to advance quality and equity in education. It's an organization that does good things. And now I run the place and get invited to commencement speeches at my alma mater. How cool is that? I mean, I'm such a lucky man. Thank you. Be it in career or life, there's no law that says you're on one path forever. In fact, that's one of the great things about the excellent education you just completed. It'll give you a real shot at carving your own path, not following one that someone else has paved for you. Here's another piece of advice. Listen carefully. Even if you're heading straight to the workplace, take the GRE now, okay? Take it while you're academically fresh and sharp. It doesn't mean you have to put your work plans on hold. Go to graduate school now, but it'll give you real options over the next few years. And it would be really, really good if you could take the GRE before the fourth fiscal quarter this year. It would really help me out with my board of trustees a lot. So, and I'm just being silly. You don't have to take it before the fourth quarter. Even more important than taking the GRE, it's that from this day forward, apply your skills and knowledge in ways that stand to improve the world. You don't need me to tell you how perilous things are for so many people in so many places, whether it's the threat of habitation on Earth or the crushing poverty endured by children and families just a mile or two from the center. I mentioned President Kennedy's assurance that it was within our power to forestall nuclear annihilation. He was right, of course. So far we've succeeded. But we and you have to remain vigilant. We are faced with unchecked climate change, global nuclear weapons proliferation, and terrorism with many faces. In our own country, economic and educational inequities have created inequities of condition and opportunity that have never been deeper, or more threatening to our long-term stability, prosperity, and our sense of shared purpose as a democracy, as a nation, as a people. Every new generation is forced to deal with stuff left by the one that came before it, and we've done some doozies on it. I would submit, however, that one reason we're really celebrating your commencement today is precisely because of the stuff we've left for you. The world needs each and every one of you to use your great education and your skills to make it better than you found it. A few minutes ago, I started to reveal the secrets of a good life. The fact is, you already know what they are, and you don't need me, JFK, Steve Jobs, Kermit to tell you. But since this is the commencement speech, the dean would be probably not happy if I didn't tell you. Anyway, I will go ahead and tell you 10 secrets to a rich and rewarding life. You ready? Number 1, be good, because it is good. Number 2, do good, because it is good. Number 3, do your best every day and work hard, because someone is counting on you, including you. Number 4, don't take too many selfies. Nobody likes a narcissist. Number 5, be patient and compassionate towards others. They're no different from you, and you're no better than them. Number 6, be patient and compassionate towards yourself, and that's even harder. Number 7, take facts like climate change seriously. They're facts for a reason. Number 8, take the GRE now. Did I mention that before? Okay. Number 9, leave it better than you found it. You don't want to be up here in 40 years telling the next generation how sorry you are for the mess you left. The days can be long like today, but the years, believe me, they do blow by. 41 years has gone like that. And remember, there will come a time when your days run out and the opportunities to do good are no longer there. And number 10, and probably this is the most important one, be silly and have fun. Make sure you enjoy your years in ways that help and not harm yourself and others. If you do this, you're going to have the time of your life. You really will. And so, as Kermit put it, may success and a smile always be yours, even when you're knee-deep in the sticky muck of life. Thank you so much for allowing me to come speak to you today. You know how much this meant to me. It's a real honor. I'm so proud of all of you. So just remember, work hard, have fun, be and do good. Good luck and cheers to the class of 2015. Thank you.